Hi, it's me, and today Gek and I are going to show you how to make some stuff like this. Awesome, right? So what are we doing here? These are Mudpies. The term Mudpie, I believe, was coined by Ill Gates, and if you've ever watched any of Mr. Bill videos, which, let's be real, you have, you've definitely seen this workflow before. We're going to make these so we can cut them up and do stuff. I put out a sample pack recently. And most of these came from this very project file. So we're going to talk about two ways to do it. We can do randomized individual hits, which is what I have set up here, or we can do something that I would consider more elaborative exploration, which we'll build on this Serum patch when we get there. So we'll do one of each. Alright. So these massive ones. What's making it do that? Let's check it out. The patch itself, what's going on is I use the randomize function, and I put it on the wavetable and the filter position, and I also have a little bit of an envelope going on each. So every time I hit a note, it starts at a different part of the wavetable and the filter, and it has a little bit of movement to it. And that's about it over here. And then as we start doing, this is super boosting, as I like to call it. And what I've done is I've taken this utility, jacked the gain. Please put a saturator at the end with a soft clip or use a limiter to protect yourself if you're going to do this. And then you'll see that as I start adding these OTTs in succession, oh, we get that hiss at the end, and that's the whole point of this, is that we're really just bringing out and smashing those tails, because you'll get a lot of cool artifacts and textures like that. And then if we put time-based effects before this, any little shift in the time is going to come out the end as a tail that we're just going to destroy and steal. So if I turn the phaser off, there's just our patch, and then you'll see that as I add the delay and phaser, nuts. Okay, let's build one of these from scratch. I set everything up down here and I left the phaser on, but that's alright. We'll turn it off. There's a saw wave. So we're going to pick a table that has some cool stuff going on throughout it. I like kind of around this area. Oh, by the way, did you guys know there's a hidden wavetable in Massive if you scroll down? I felt so betrayed. Alright, let's try carbon. That'll do. So we'll give ourselves probably the full range of this. Every note a little bit different, and then we'll make ourselves a nice little envelope, which will start from wherever it triggers, and we'll maybe give ourselves some. And then throw it through a filter. I did combs on the last one, but let's see what kind of cool stuff we can get. Let's do combs again. There's some more cool filter types in Serum, so we'll look at those when we get there. Maybe give ourselves a little bit of. Already getting pretty cool. Let's do. And then should we do the same envelope or a different one on that? Let's do a different one. Let's do kind of a shallow one because combs move around a lot. Wonderful. Feedback. We can maybe do sine shaper or parabolic sine shaper. Starting to clip out the synth, but that's fine. You know, have fun. Maybe dimension expander. Yeah. Okay. So then, let's do the super boost. We'll jack the gain. And you can watch it kind of cascade as it falls down through those guys. And then let's do OTTs one by one. And then we can drop in the time. And with this guy, you can really have some fun. phaser. And I have LFOs set to some parameters on these guys. Looks like the feedbacks of each. So just extra levels of randomization. And then I also, on the original one, had an arpeggiator, which can be kind of fun. Looks like I had it to the gate on that guy. I may have to remap that because I just copied and pasted these from maybe turn off the delay for that one so we get quicker little. Brain wreck shit. So then, all you would do is I have this NM audio, that's New Massive Audio, not New Mexico Audio. Nothing against New Mexico Audio, they be doing it. And we'll just, here, you know what? Simple as that. I'm going to do something without the arpeggiator as well. Cut. Get my grid back. Let's go. Oh, dunce. You know what also might be fun? At this point, we're just going to start exploring. Let's do pitch envelope. We could either do a pitch envelope or a pitch LFO, but let's give it something like... You can hear it gets pretty crazy pretty quick. Alright, I think I'm going to call that the massive section. So this Serum one, the idea is that I'm just looping this one low F note, and all I've got set up on it so far is just an LFO moving the wavetable position on this Resamples wavetable, and I've got that going through my super boost stuff. Nice tail. And as I go about it, I'm just going to mess around, throw effects on, put LFOs to different things. And then another thing to pay attention to is that I have this Tornado on here. If you don't know Tornado, it's just these 8, it's a Sugar Bytes plugin for glitching. You got these 8 effects in series and this dictator knob over here. And you can see that as I turn the dictator knob, it turns each of those master knobs on each of the effect in a slightly different way in combination depending on how they're mapped here. And you can also hit the randomize on how they're mapped or the randomize on the effects as you go through. So you'll notice me just kind of throwing a little bit of extra glitch on it as I'm doing the resample. Alright, check it out. Alright, let's get it going. Go. Hit some Tornado right from the jump. Drop this phaser. And then, this is one of my favorites, when I start dropping these LFOs on the pitch. And then another LFO on the rate of that LFO. So you can do that all day. And then another cool way to do it is to be triggering those notes individually, because if I stop that looped recording, it's not going to catch those tails that we're getting from doing all this business. So then we'll also do some of these Serum ones just hitting the notes in by hand, because that'll help us get we'll get those tails in between the notes, whereas it's just one continuous note here. All right, let's do it. Yeah. Look, Morty, I turned myself into a Serum wavetable! So yeah, there's a couple ways you can go about this. Obviously spend as much time as you want, afterwards chop them up, use Soothe, use other glitchers. Go nuts, happy hunting!